Hello, 86 Dodge. Happy Monday. Hope you all had a great weekend and had a little time to enjoy the beautiful weather we had yesterday afternoon. Looking ahead for the week here, we've got several events and things to talk about. Starting off with anniversaries, we have Doug Hartman, who will be back with NP Dodge for 5 years on Sunday the 27th. So congratulations to Doug and thank you for being part of 86. Tomorrow, 9 a.m., awards at Champions. Breakfast will start at 9:15, awards will start at 9:45, and we should be through by around 11 o'clock or so. We hope we see you all there tomorrow to have some good breakfast and congratulate your fellow associates. If you are not planning to attend in person, there is a Zoom option. That link was sent out this morning by Jessica Shearer, so please make sure to tune in if you're not able to attend in person. Looking ahead to next week, we have a couple events. On March 1st, we will have an agent panel. There'll be 4 or 5 of your fellow NP Dodge associates that will discuss listings, how they secure them, how they prospect for them. Should be some great information as we know we all really need to focus on getting listings at this time. So please make sure that you put that on your calendar. It's March 1st, 10 a.m. via Zoom, and tune in to hear how the experts in our company are doing it. Then on March 2nd, we have a Lunch and Learn sponsored by First National Bank. They are bringing in a speaker to talk to us about time management. The title of the course is Time is Money, and there's no doubt we all could use a little bit of time management skills, so I hope that you can join us for that. Then on March 3rd, we have the Dodge Cares check presentation. That will be done again virtually via Zoom. More information will come out on that with a link so that you can tune in. Beginning March 15th, we will have a listing contest that will run through the end of April. We've changed things up a bit this year, so please watch for details coming this week regarding how to participate and what the prizes will be that you can win. It will be quite exciting this year, so please look out for that and look forward to seeing you all get entered into the contest. That's really all for topics to talk about today as far as upcoming events. Wanted to touch real quick on the audit we had last week. We had really 3 primary areas of concern that we need to chat about. The first being earnest deposits. In paragraph 7 of the purchase agreement, there are 2 distinct check boxes that you need to mark. The first deals with when we will receive the earnest deposit. So it's either delivered with the agreements, coming in X amount of hours, or whatever else you determine, and you write that in paragraph 10. We did that portion perfectly on every file. The second portion right below that is then where is the earnest deposit directed to, and that is either the escrow agent, the seller, the broker, etc. We had about a half a dozen files that missed that piece. This is a really important thing for the auditor. Their job really is to protect the consumer, and they want to see that we are protecting the consumer's money and telling the consumer what we're doing with it. So please remember, as you fill out purchase agreements, you must have 2 check marks in paragraph 7 in order for it to be complete. The second issue we had quite a bit of trouble with was agency disclosures. We were actually missing a few, and then a few that were not correct. So please remember that the agency disclosure must be given to the client on your first substantial contact with that client. They must initial what agency it is that you are offering them, whether it be seller or buyer agency, in some cases dual agency. Must be signed, dated, initialed on page 2. Your name must be at the top. Please make sure it is filled out completely so that we are in compliance. And then of course, please make sure that that gets into the file that is submitted to admin for processing. The third thing that we had some trouble with is cost estimates. I don't believe we had any that were missing them, but several that were late. It is required that you give a cost estimate to a buyer or a seller prior to them being obligated to the contract, and it must be dated that way. If it is dated after the date of the contract, it is considered late. So we must give that to our clients when we are presenting offers. The cost estimate is required for the file, for the first offer and for the final offer. Where I think we get into some trouble is if we have a counter, we don't do a cost estimate because we don't know if it's going to be final. It gets signed off as final, and now we say, oh dang, now we have to get a cost estimate done, and it doesn't get signed till the next day. So if you're going to put a counter out there, please make sure that you're having that cost estimate included with the contract when they sign the counter so that we stay in compliance. Okay, that was the biggest issues in the audit. If you had a file pulled, good or bad, you should have received an email from me. For those of you who get everything in and had perfect files, I greatly appreciate it. And for those of you that had a few issues, just please keep that in mind going forward so we can all stay out of trouble with the Real Estate Commission. Sorry this one was so long, just had some information to cover. Have a great week. We'll see a lot of you tomorrow morning at the awards, and we'll chat again next week with the Monday Minute.